At some point, you guys... Dude, there are people mad right now at Drake. Do you know that? Because he hasn't weighed in on this, and he's Jewish. And then there are people who are also mad at DJ Khaled because he's Palestinian, and he said nothing. And I'm like, yeah, I get the Drake thing, but do you really want DJ Khaled weighing in with his opinion? Like, if we had peace talks, if Israel and Palestine sit down at a table and try to figure out how to become equals, don't bring the guy whose catchphrase is, "We the best!" Rockets are flying, he's over here like, another one. The Israelis like, who's doing this shit? He's like, God did. We need a two-artist solution to this thing. It's Drake featuring Khaled, or Drake and Khaled, or Khaled featuring Drake. The song's gonna be called Permissions or some shit like that. I love talking about Israel and Palestine, dude. I think it's like, there's a lighter fare in the world, but I feel like lately my material has gone darker. I moved to New York like 8 months ago, and that's something that will instantly cause you to reassess your position on terrorism as a career. Because I've been thinking about doing it a lot. Like, I just... Wild, man. New York. You know, like, when you don't live there, you think of New York and you hear, like, Frank Sinatra or Jay-Z in your head, or big city, bright lights. I remember the fact that I got out the subway, and as I stepped on the top step, my foot went into the middle of a human log of shit. And then I heard a laugh, and the guy that took the shit is right there. Not homeless, investment bankers, just for his ego. That's the city I live in, dude. Every day something is wrong with New York. I saw a crane fall into a building. Some of you might have seen the video. I live in a place called Hell's Kitchen. There's a crane overheated. It fell into a skyscraper. Motherfuckers were running towards the building, trying to save all the people in trouble. I started running the other way because I remember how brown people were treated after 9/11. It's like, I don't want to be within like any kind of proximity to this building. Then I remembered that I was running towards the state of New Jersey and said, fuck it, and just turned back around. Would rather be known as Al-Qaeda before a resident of the state of New Jersey. So yeah, man, world's a crazy place. It used to be crazier, I think, believe it or not. When I was in college, in my dorm, they had this poster on like the common area. They had a poster of Stevie Wonder as an anti-DUI poster, and it was a picture of Stevie. It's a real poster, you can Google it. And he said, the quote said, "Before I let a drunk driver drive me home, I would drive myself home." What? What are you talking about, Stevie? This guy's like eyesight is, he's in double vision, struggling with, keeping it between the lines. You can't get the keys in the fucking ignition. I drink a lot because I'm a comic, so I try to do the right thing. Like, if I'll like take an Uber. Last week I took an Uber in New York. The fucking driver was drunker than I was. And that's scary as fuck. But you know what's scarier? Realizing that your Uber driver is sober Stevie Wonder. Driving the car. Pinballing through traffic on Fifth Ave. Fantastic. Holy shit. He's going to be singing Superstition while murdering hundreds of people. Could you imagine? That's like, just imagine playing Grand Theft Auto. You just hear the opening and shutting of you getting in a car, and then acceleration noises. You can't see the screen; it's turned off. That's how Stevie Wonder thinks he can drive, and somehow said, "This is, I can do this better than someone. You have a couple White Claws. I have no eyes. I'm better than you." I think the point he was trying to make is like, yeah, it's so dumb that I would never drive myself. But I don't know if some of you have heard, there's one conspiracy theory, I believe, well, maybe two. But the first one is 9/11 related, and we went there, so we won't go back. The second one is that Stevie Wonder isn't blind. There's videos of Stevie Wonder catching moving objects. Paul McCartney knocked the mic stand over, and Stevie Wonder caught the shit out of midair. And like someone said to me, they were like, no, maybe he just heard, because it's a mic, he heard like a shift in the frequency, or he felt the wind. I'm like, this motherfucker, he's a black blind dude, not a bat. He doesn't sense barometric changes. He's not Daredevil. He's not like sensing atmospheric pressure changes around him. The other thing that's crazy is that a lot of white people don't know that there's a black version of the Happy Birthday song, and that Stevie Wonder is known for singing it. Whites in the room, how many of you know that there's a black Happy Birthday? One guy, two guys? It's so much better. And black people only sing this song when other black people are around. Or they see me in their midst and they're like, well, he's Mexican, it's fine. I'm like, I'm not. He could be in on the secret. I'm actually half Indian, my other half is also Indian. I'm just fully Indian though. All the way around. City's been good though. I randomly ended up at an SNL after party because I knew a guy that knew a guy, snuck us in. They never pat us down, nothing. Crazy list of people. The entire cast of SNL, Michael Che, Dave Chappelle, Ice Spice, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. I got about this close to Taylor Swift. And I remember thinking, I have OCD, so my brain does errant things sometimes. I remember thinking, I could punch Taylor Swift in the face. I get it, there's no good reason to do it, but you know, Lee Harvey Oswald is infamous, not for anything he did with his life, but because he shot the president. And I would have done it, I would have punched Taylor, but she's taller than me, she would have just held me at arm's length while I swing underneath her fist. Her fans are too powerful, and I'm gonna get out of here with this one. Her fans are way too powerful, man. I saw a video of 100 Swifties on a plane flight back from her show in Utah, and they were all singing one of her songs together, and I don't know of any other group that can get away with doing that on a commercial airliner. Like, could you just imagine 100 Muslim men doing a verse from the Quran at the same time? They're not gonna be like, hey, I think that's from the first album. They're gonna go land the fucking plane. And then some white woman that looks like Taylor Swift is gonna walk up to the cockpit and be like, hey, it's me, hi, they're the problem, it's them. Anyway, you guys have been fantastic, man. Keep it going for Dave.
Keep it going for Raj, everybody, huh?